Hey, what's
Hey,
happening?
what's going on, man? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Yes.
Yes, and happy Valentine's Day,
Oh,
right?
that's right. It is Valentine's Day. Look, that's right. Let me.
Anything?
Huh? No.
Did you
What's
get?
that?
You didn't get your Valentine anything?
A fake holiday. It's a fake holiday, Tim.
So you didn't get her a Hallmark card?
We write it. We write each other letters, man. Look.
There you go.
So, but yes, we got happy Valentine's down a night out. Good to see you, Craig. Hello. Bee honey. Show me the bee honey.
Hold on, Ray.
Oh, my bad. Look at that.
Breaking news. We got 21 seconds left.
Fast gas.
If it wasn't for a countdown, I don't know if we'd ever start the show.
We wouldn't.
But,
Fast gas, Tim.
Here we go. Fast gas. Good luck with that. You got TP. You got Sushi's
TP.
Revenge, The Crown, A Bug, and Tiny Tim.
Oh, there! Look at that guy.
Look at that guy.
Cowboy M2 guy.
That's the face I make when I see Tiny Tim. And there it is, locked in 1,200.
Well, I'm telling you.
Look at the Tiny Tim's the winner.
Tiny Tim is bringing up. You don't even know what's going on with Tiny Tim. You got to know, man.
Somebody must know something I don't know.
You better be in the know.
1,200 for Tiny Tim. The Bug gets 931. 1,133 for The Crown. Tiny Tim beats a Crown.
A Crown.
And Sushi's Revenge at 910 and 1010 for TP.
That's impressive.
That is quite a strong lineup for these Apex Bees.
Yeah, man. Let me finish up. I got some also people saying some happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, some respect. How are you doing? Good to see you. KP Queen, happy Tuesday to the whole hive, and happy Valentine's Day to you. Yes, but yeah, I don't mess with that, Tim. It's they made it up for flowers and cards. It's a made up holiday.
Yes, I have. To be honest, and I'll tell everybody, I retrained my wife because when we started dating and they were like this, I got 2 cards on Valentine's Day, and she was a 2-card giver, and I was like, no,
yes,
we're not doing 2 cards.
That's right.
All this stuff. It's like, if you want to get me one, get me one. Don't do 2 cards.
Yeah.
It's like, I got to get you a sweet one and a funny one. And it's like, nah.
If I do,
I don't need any cards.
That's smart. But if I do, I'll print it. I'll write. I'll be. It's better from when you're coming from you. Yeah. So
yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day, Jason. Good to see you, man. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I like it. It's like Tuesday. But yeah, good stuff, man. What you got going on, Tim?
I'm looking for some news. I found something exciting.
Oh.
And I can't open it. I don't know why.
You can't open it.
And I'm trying. Maybe I shouldn't click on links.
Watch those links, Tim. They gotta be protected. It's
not working though. But the headline, I'll just give you the headline. It says the Binance chain aims to double the transaction speed and targets ZK, which is zero knowledge, my favorite thing. Tooling in the 2023 roadmap.
Oh wow!
So, but the Binance chain, they should speed up their article load time because it's not loading up. But transaction speed on Binance, that was worth trying to open up, but that's about as much of the story I can give you.
There you go. Speeding up. There you go. Got George. Good evening, George. Apex, an ape and a poker. And that's right. Ape and poker. Got poker tonight. We got your couch night. Okay, there you go. But yeah, we got that too. Be the alpha poker night, Tim.
Yes.
Yeah, good stuff.
I had something to say about that, but I won't. G-rated. We'll keep it a G-rated show.
Well, I got some news. I went through. I did some stuff, but you know how I like to, like I said, start out with the memes. Got a good one tonight. It's funny.
I'm ready.
Diamond hands, Tim. He's got diamond hands. That's what I'm talking about, right? Little spin on diamond hands. Here we go. The bear market is coming up the escalator. These are all the weak hands, and then you got diamond hands coming up. Let's watch. It's a good one. Let me turn her up. He's left. He's gone. Look at that's diamond hands. Look at he don't even pay attention. He's diamond. That's it.
Yeah. That's it.
That's how it is in crypto. You know what I mean? That's funny, huh? You got to start out with diamond hands,
I
Tim.
like it. I like it.
That's it. But there's a lot of stuff going on, Tim, especially all over the United States, all over the world, Tim. And lawmakers, not only with crypto, continue to quarrel. There's a lot of stuff they're quarreling about there, Tim. But we're all about crypto and talking about what's going on there. But senators are tying themselves in knots over how to regulate this digital asset industry. And again, it's starting to look again the party line stuff. I thought they were going to be more in unison and
bipartisan.
I thought that
cross the aisle.
I thought that's what's going to happen, but yeah, no, it's starting to, who knows? I guess too, the posturing and positioning, people got their deals and stuff like that. But the Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee hosted a meeting today, titled "The Crypto Crash: Why Financial System Safeguards Are Needed for Digital Assets." Some experts said it would be best to let the industry flourish and allow innovation. I like that. I like that one. But they got people that are pushing back, and they're warning. Obviously, all that's still on the top of everybody's mind, and it should be, is this FTX collapse. Sure. So this Senator Sherrod Brown said in his opening statement, urging regulation after the fall of Mega Exchange, and he said this crypto nightmare isn't over yet, right? And you never know what's they're still kind of hiding, and I'm going to jump into that. There's the Sam Bankman is still doing crazy stuff. I don't understand how this guy is still able to even be on a computer, Tim.
Yeah.
So I'll talk, like I said, I got the next news story. It's literally about that joker, right? But it vaporized billions of dollars. And yes, there has to be protection for things like this, these centralized places, but they just have to be able to, I think, separate, right, this decentralization and, where we talk about code is law. And of course, auditing, everything has to be, followed up and checked up on. But once it's loose, everything's running properly, they need to kind of leave that kind of stuff alone. But this other stuff where you have just some guy or a corporation that's controlling everyone's assets, of course, that needs to be regulated. So one of the ones that are kind of more against this stuff, longtime crypto critic, Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat from Massachusetts, spoke about how criminals such as drug kingpins use digital assets. I don't know how many times they're going to use this one, Tim.
Yeah, they love to pull that one out.
The drug pin. Hey, I don't know about you, but I remember the United States flying a C-130 in the Iran and dropping $1 billion of pallets of cash.
Right. Well, we've seen the top 20 ways to launder money, and fiat currency, I think, is 3, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And crypto was like number 18 or something like that.
It's yeah. I mean, they that's usually the main thing they talk about it, but it's ridiculous, and it happens. It's not like, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but man, people use cash more than anything for any of that drug, digital assets or drug kingpins or trafficking of people. So it's cash, right? But they do use Bitcoin and things like that.
And they use cigarettes in prison. But now, cigarettes are out. Not that I've been to prison.
In the Army, I used Cheese Whiz. Cheese Whiz was big. Cheese was big on the streets.
That sounds Cheese Whiz. You get a lot of stuff for Cheese Whiz.
You do, man. Cheese Whiz, and a half a pack of cigarettes. That gets you a lot. But what they're talking about is this economic center saying that the crypto world barely resembled anything Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto envisioned and undermined U.S. national security. But we touched on that yesterday. Hopefully it gets back to this privacy and type, that kind of things, what Satoshi was, and Bitcoin, the blockchain was all about. But obviously too, the government that's not one thing on their agenda, right? That's not first on their list. But then you hop down here with this J.D. Vance. He's a Republican from Ohio who admitted to he owns some crypto. Said that regulators want to make sure they don't destroy the dynamic upside of the digital asset world. Right. And again, obviously me and you, we agree with stuff like that because you don't want to mess or squash innovation because this will affect the country moving forward. Again, we've talked about it and repeated this many times. People will leave, man. They will just go, and it could be, El Salvador, right, with Bukele down there. It could be a whole new city, just like Dubai and all of these countries that just spun up recently, where that if anyone's ever seen, and I've never been there, but you ever go to cities like that, it's like futuristic, man. I mean, again, I know that they just, there's a bunch of billionaire, oil sheiks and stuff, but still, it's an amazing city. And you look at our infrastructure here, it's very old and antiquated, and airports, things like that. But this is something that this country, I think, absolutely needs, and you can't push people out to get, to be kind of running from this stupid regulation stuff. That's just my opinion, man. So this is who we were just talking about, Sam Bankman-Fried's Super Bowl VPN use. He was using it during. So he's got a VPN, and it's prompting government concern is that this guy's got a virtual private network, right? So they can't track anything that he's doing. And like this dude shouldn't even be on a computer, let alone having VPNs, right?
He shouldn't even have a smartphone. He should have an ankle bracelet, and that's it.
That's right. And he could maybe have some, raviolis, the Chef Boyardee. It's just ridiculous that this guy is, still a concern, because what you can do with any of this, with VPNs and all this stuff, they're not completely anonymous. But my man can go on the dark web, all kinds of different places that you don't want them, and whatever, retrieving some of this wherever this funds, if he has it hidden somewhere, by using these virtual private networks. So the government promptly informed Defense Counsel and raised concerns about the defendant's use. Wow, good for them. Good for them. They raised concerns, but that's just something that you violate like that, and they should you just don't get you don't get bail. You don't get to be out free in your house. That's kind of what should happen when someone violates anything like that. So it's just a lot of wild stuff going on. I can't believe that guy is just kind of roaming free and able to use a computer, but that's what's going on with that whole thing with the government and FTX. But NFT traders are flexing their Blur airdrop. There was an airdrop recently, Tim, and I just want to touch on. I'm not going to not telling you I think it's too late anyway, but not saying to go after and start looking at whatever airdrops are, but I wanted to drop down and show that somebody, that was getting his airdrop, snagged more than $1 million worth of the tokens, Tim.
Wow.
Imagine getting airdropped $1 million.
That's nice.
That is nice. So, this is here, a Blur airdrop took home over 3.2 million Blur tokens, valued at 1.93 million based on the current price of 60 cents. So that's quite the haul, man. But whoever this was, he had a mutant ape and some other side NFTs. And, it's just something, like I said, not all of them are scams, but you still watch out for any of this stuff. If you're going to get into airdrops and you're looking for this stuff, number one, again, we're going to talk about safety, is you never use a wallet that you're, has any of your assets in. You create a new wallet, and that means a whole new MetaMask, right? The 20 or the 12 seed words, just completely new, never really been messed with. Don't put a lot of money in it. And then, if you want to go play around in some of these things and just kind of learn about it, that's great. Some of these airdrops are real. I did one. We talked about it a while ago with ENS. Those ETH names with the .eth, right? Got tokens. At the top, I think we got quite several $1,000s just dropped in there. That's pretty cool. So that's just something to look at.
And then what do you do with it, Ray?
Lock it up. Lock it up.
Because that's how we're gonna end, Tim. Cold storage. I would, and I did. You just move the tokens off. I'm a hodler, man. Like we started out. I'm that Bitcoin guy. I'm just stern. Don't look left or right, Tim. keeping it real. There you go. But here's another one with the Bored Ape owner. Right. We talked about these ordinals that are going on in the Bitcoin blockchain. With this NFTs are starting to move over there. Right. Well, this guy, who's an ape owner, took it amongst himself, Tim, and he burned his $69,000 NFT, and he moved it from Ethereum to Bitcoin. But everything to do with like Yuga Labs, it says it's illegitimate, right? But look at that. Look what that is. You're talking about centralized Yuga Labs, and who are they, right? Who are they to say what this guy does with his NFT? Kind of funny that they're saying it's illegitimate when this guy sent it to a burn contract. And if you know what a burn contract is, like a all zeroed out wallet. So he sent his where no one can retrieve it, right? He doesn't have the keys to it. No one has the keys to it. So he sends his ape to this destroyed wallet, and then he spun it up on the Bitcoin blockchain as an ordinal, and that's the first ape over on the Bitcoin blockchain, man. So just neat, cool stuff that's happening. I like this. Is very interesting, all this stuff. But when he first bought it, it was $432,000 ape, 108 ETH, Tim. And hey, sending that and just burning it and destroying it, that's he should get some props for that. But then you see things like that, like Yuga Labs telling him that
it wasn't real.
Really?
Wasn't real to begin with.
That's right. Right. But hey, we're supposed to be, like I said, that's what's different about, what we've done and what they've done. Yuga Labs is kind of like the controlling factor there. It's not how it is with the bees, right? Every bee, you have the IP rights, you have the rights to do what you want with it, right? So cool stuff. But that is so this is what it's saying. This quote is essentially throwing a Lamborghini in a trash compactor. It's kind of fun. This is what this guy said. His name's Williams.
Right.
He told Decrypt whether putting bloated JPEGs on Bitcoin's base chain is smart or not is a whole nother discussion. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun seeing how it plays out. And he's right. That is the first Bored Ape Yacht Club ape on the Bitcoin blockchain. So, hey, I bet you it's going to be worth a lot.
Right.
I bet. Because this ordinal stuff, this is very interesting, man. I don't know where they're at. When I was reading it, I think they're still around 70, 80,000 of NFTs that have been minted on ordinals. One of the big, levels that people are trying to get to is any ordinal that was bought on the Bitcoin blockchain that was the first 100,000. They're going to be pretty special. So, just like I said, it's really interesting seeing how all this is working. And it's, people should read about what this ordinals are. It's pretty neat. So this is another quote. The idea is that you are one way, permanently burning an asset on another chain and pointing it to the ordinal that lives on the Bitcoin chain, said Rob Hamilton, who collaborated with Rotomore to create the new ordinals feature. So this is who he's working with, or at least help them get this transferred over, or not transferred, but changed over to there. Like I said, kind of interesting stuff. So this is even some more. Former SEC chief counsel says agency needs to make clear its crypto compliance rules. And I know I should have put it back here with this lawmaker stuff. But when the SEC tells us that something is not compliant, it's not necessarily the same thing as telling us what they would consider compliant. So that's what a partner and a head of regulatory policy of investment firm Bain Capital said. But this goes to exactly, I think Ethereum. This one is talking about, we're talking about with the staking and some other stuff. No one really knows. It's still vague, still kind of foggy of what all that means. So we don't necessarily know just to form a single enforcement action, or even through multiple enforcement actions. Any single action, like the one against Kraken, that's an exchange, can be limited in the terms of what we can learn from it and what it means for other staking services. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's kind of like the ETH stuff, because this is all about staking. Staking is a big deal because a lot of different chains do it. Plus, that was the first, obviously, reason we got into DeFi. Staking is a very powerful thing where you're making your capital do other things, right? You're making money, make money, and it's important that the SEC really starts kind of understanding and giving guardrails of what they really expect out of all this stuff. So we'll see how that goes. And then this is what this is where I got it backwards. fewer than half of the new Ethereum blocks over the past 24 hours are OFAC compliant. And I know it sounds like bad, but it's actually a good thing. It's actually talking about that Ethereum is becoming more decentralized, right? Because there was, everybody was starting to be compliant with those mixers, and I'm going to talk about what mixers are, but it's called Tornado Cash. Tornado Cash transactions for U.S. people in August. There was a swift response by validators on the Ethereum blockchain to exclude sanctioned transactions. So the U.S. is anybody that lives in the U.S. is not supposed to be using Tornado Cash, which is, like I said, it's a mixer, right? It's supposed to mix up your crypto, and you're not supposed to know where those wallets, where it came from, right? But that's what's happening here is on Ethereum. There was just 49% of the blocks that made it onto the Ethereum blockchain over the past 24 hours were OFAC compliant, meaning the blocks excluded transactions that have been sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department Office in Foreign Asset Control. Well, this is what I'm saying. There's a big difference, because back in November 21st, 79% of the blocks were excluded the OFC. So like I said, it seems like it's becoming less centralized. And what are you going to do with the Ethereum blockchain when it's a supercomputer dispersed all over the world? How can the U.S. exactly kind of point blank say that that's what's going to happen when not everybody lives in the U.S. And that's what you're seeing is red. This compliance is dropping off, and it's just making the ETH network, like I said, a little more censorship free. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
This is the lock it up.
Yeah.
Thing. You know what this is, right?
Yes.
Do you have one? I don't have one.
I don't have one. I know someone that does have one. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Was it easy banging the little things? Did you talk to him like that?
Yeah. My cousin watched him, and I looked at the pounding set. Of course, he didn't show me his tin card, but we looked at the imprint thing. But my cousin watched him do it, and he said it was wild.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I mean, that like stamping, and that's you can't destroy that. There's no fire going to melt that. So that's really an important thing. That's why you would use something like that. Anybody that's going to get that, they are a little pricey. It's over $100, but if you have a lot of assets with crypto, it's definitely worth it, right?
Yep.
The other thing, again, and I'm just going to touch on this because again, we want to do safety and keep repeating this stuff, but I just want to talk about a little bit what cold storage is, and I think most of us think we know, right? By having a Ledger, NanoX, or a Trezor, something like that, and that and we've been talking about it, even our group ourselves, is that's really not fully cold storage, right? People should understand what really cold storage is. It's a ledger that, or at least a ledger wallet, right? An address that has never been hooked up, right? You see how like I got the little MetaMask guy up here, right? Mm-hmm. That when I put that little code in, that wallet now has been hooked up. It went hot, right? You can go hot and cold, but it's really not the true sense of what a cold wallet is. As we get further along in here, and you're really, like I said, starting to, have a lot of assets, and you're concerned, and you want to make sure that they're fully safe and secure, definitely get a Ledger or a Trezor, whatever you feel comfortable with. But it should never touch and use, this MetaMask. It should never connect, ever. That's what a true cold wallet is. So what you would do is you would have a Ledger, and you could do it through Ledger Live, right? And once you create in Ledger Live, it'll give you an address, right? And you could just send crypto there. It never connects to a protocol, and that's what I mean by connecting here. Of course, it's on the internet, right? You're using internet, but you just never want to connect it to a protocol, or just like you said, socialbees.io, right? It's you would never even want to do that, right? That's what a true cold wallet is, and that's the sense that you want when you start really, being concerned and not want to have any kind of, worries, whether your wallet is, super, super secure. Like I said, a lot of this is way, way, way over the top. because I've it never has a MetaMask ever been hacked. It's always a person their problem. It's not MetaMask. It's not the Bitcoin blockchain. It's nothing like that. But just for added security, I just was talking about what the differences of a cold wallet is, because that's all you would do with it. You would send crypto there, and then you could send crypto out. So if you did say you wanted to go collect your bees, right, the rewards, that's in May 11th when that's going to happen. Your bees could be sent to that cold one that's never been connected, but when you want to go claim, you send it to another wallet, right? Completely different MetaMask. Let that be your hot wallet, and then you connect to the socialbees.io, that protocol, and then you get your rewards, and then everything goes back to that other wallet that has never touched any type of protocol and things like that. That's what a true cold wallet is. That's the real meaning of it. This other stuff, they're still somewhat hot. Anything that's ever touched, a project protocol, anything that's ever interacted with like OpenSea stuff like that, it's still a little bit of a hot wallet, right? Just wanted to make sure that that's definitely understood. Let me get over to Be the Alpha, and I'm pretty sure it's the same code, but I guess we'll see, huh? All right. Hopefully, it won't boot me this time.
You put up the banner, so we got that up too. BeTheAlpha.com, Social Bees Tournament.
Valentine's Day, heads up, free roll. Well, that's not us. We're Social Bees right here.
Third one.
Third one.
And then, of course, the password is BHNY.
BHNY. All right. There we go. So that's it. Right on, man. Let me stop sharing. But yeah, that's oh look, there's a good question. Let me just, I don't know if there's anything in there, but Home Search TV is talking what happens May 11th. Well, if you go to socialbees.io, read the doc. There's a doc up there in the top menu. But what happens is these are asset-backed NFTs, Home Search, and these bees have what's called bee honey in them, right? They yield, and there you go. So they start yielding the bee honey. So it's an NFT that is going to start spitting out some bee honey, and that starts May 11th. It's a big deal. Like I said, we've been working for a while on this project. We started out as a DeFi project, and then we rotated everything that was learned in DeFi into these NFTs. So this is a DeFi financial project that is in the Bees NFT. But I'm not giving you financial advice, right?
Now you want me to put up that one?
It is,
for entertainment purposes only.
It is great question, though. I mean, because it is. If anybody, that it is new here. Yeah, there's a lot to this. I mean, not only that, Home Search TV is these bees also are connected. We're a part of a DAO. Each bee gets one vote. That DAO has a very substantial treasury right now. So yeah, there's a lot to it. So there's also Queen's taxes. There's all kinds of things here. But it truly is a DeFi project. But it's all the DeFi is everything is built into the NFT. So you don't need to know all of the, what people would do with yield farming and, putting tokens back into the contract and compounding. It's everything is built. As long as you own that bee, you are in the NFT project. You fly into the hive, collect your rewards, and you're good to go, man. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it, Jason. There we go.
Good. Good evening. Yes.
Let's go, Josh.
Josh
That's
is
right.
here. Josh is ready to play poker.
That's right. He is. He's a good poker player, man.
Oh,
Him and George is good. Jason's good. Donna's good. Everybody's pretty good players, man.
Yeah. No, it's a fun crowd.
Yeah. Everybody's gotten better. For what have we been playing, Tim? Like a month? More than a month. 2 months.
More than a month. Yeah, it's probably 2 months.
2 months. And everybody's gotten a lot better. Yeah.
Oh, somebody's counting down the days. I love
there
it.
You go.
You got to start down the countdown.
Ariel's got good stats, man. He was doing a lot of stuff with the queens and all that. But yes, definitely good time, Ariel. And it is a beautiful thing. Like I said, it's exciting, man, because there's a lot of work that has been done here, and we have amazing developers that have pushed all the code, created everything, and we could take part and talk about it. So it's a great community to be in.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we got 2 minutes to go before we start the poker game. So
Right
let's
on.
cut this one off. We got tomorrow night's auction coming up, and then Thursday night we'll be back with some more poker.
Yep. Thank you, my crypto adventures. Good to see you.
Sounds
Right
good.
on, man.
All right,
I'll see
Ray.
you.
I'll see you
Yes,
in the
sir.
room on the
Appreciate
table.
it. Yep.
You going all in on round one?
No, I'm learning, Tim. I get a couple hands, you know.
All right. Very
All
good.
right, man.
Good night, everybody.
See you, man.